What we're hoping to do this evening is to educate you about all things lead service line related, and also encourage you to participate in Newark People's Assembly. And the way you can do that is going online to www.newarknj.gov, which is the City of Newark's website, clicking on the Community tab, and then finding Newark People's Assembly. As you read what Newark People's Assembly is all about, toward the bottom, you'll see a Register Here tab. Once you click there, fill out the information, and you will have joined our database and continue to get our information. I thank the callers that are on the line. We're hoping to field a bunch of questions this evening. For your convenience, if you are tuning in via Facebook, you can join us by dialing 855-756-7520. Type in extension 46958 pound. Again, if you have a question to ask or would just like to hear the Tele Town Hall via the phone, dial 855-756-7520. Then it's extension 4695 pound. And as I mentioned when we first started, Mayor Baraka and also Acting Director of Water and Sewer, Kareem Adeem, are joining me. Kareem, please.
Thanks, Andrea, for having me come out to this Tele Town Hall and let the residents know what's going on. So first, I want to speak about, to date, the city is continuing to give out water filters and water filter replacement cartridges. Today, we've deployed a little over 35,000 of the 40,000 that we've estimated that need to be deployed. We're continuing with our door-to-door efforts, and the distribution centers are still open. Those distribution centers, meaning the recreation centers, St. Peter's, JFK, Vince Lombardi, Centers of Hope, Baldwin Street Recreation Center, and Hayes West. And they're still open from Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. On Saturday, they open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The health department is still open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, where you can pick up your water filter replacement cartridge or your water pitcher replacement cartridge. The City of Newark's water department is open 7 days a week, and we're still open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., where you can pick up your replacement cartridge or your water filter if we wasn't successful reaching you in our door-to-door campaign. Right now, we're going to show the video of how you replaced your water filter cartridge.
This video is to show you how to change your one-click filter cartridge. For best use, it is recommended you change your one-click filter cartridge every 3 months. To change your one-click filter cartridge, first, twist off the top cover by turning counterclockwise and remove old filter cartridge. Second, insert your new replacement filter cartridge. Don't worry, the filter cartridge will fit loosely. Third, replace the top cover and tighten by turning clockwise. Before drinking water from your new one-click filter, run cold water for 5 minutes to flush the cartridge. And now, you're ready to drink filtered water.
So again, that was just a video that we have on our city's website, our Facebook, city's Facebook account, and Instagram. Am I right? Facebook account.
Yes.
And we also have another video out showing you how to replace your water pitcher cartridge. We're going to show you that video too.
This video is to show you how to replace your pitcher's filter cartridge. For best use, it is recommended that you change the filter cartridge in your pitcher every 2 months. To change your filter cartridge, first, soak your replacement filter for 15 minutes. Second, flush replacement filter for 10 seconds. Allow excess water to drain. Third, remove old filter cartridge by twisting counterclockwise. Then, insert your new filter. Twist clockwise and lock in place. Fill your pour tray with water. Allow water to drain completely into the pitcher. And now, you're ready to drink filtered water.
So again, Andre, just to remind everybody, they can pick up those filter cartridges at the Department of Water and Sewer. It's at 239 Central Avenue from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can pick up the replacement cartridge for the pitcher or the replacement cartridge for the one-click filter, or you can pick up the pitcher or the filter that you needed at the Central Avenue location 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. if we're unable to catch you door to door. At the recreation centers, you can pick up those filter replacement cartridges or the filters, right, from Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on Saturdays at the rec centers, you can pick them up from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Department of Health is also open 6 days a week from 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, when you can pick up your replacement cartridge, your water filter, or your pitcher filter cartridge and the pitcher. Just want to remind residents how they can pick it up if we're missing you during our door-to-door canvassing, for those that haven't been able to pick up the replacement cartridge. I want to encourage listeners to go on to NorgLEDServiceline.com for more information about how to install your replacement cartridge or pick up a cartridge. If you missed something I said, you can find that out, or on the city's Facebook page immediately after the Tele Town Hall. We're going to play those videos repeatedly on the city's Facebook webpage.
Thank you, Director Adeem. At this time, I just want to thank everybody that's tuned in thus far for the lead service line and replacement filter cartridge Tele Town Hall meeting. During this 1 hour call, because it is going to end about 8 o'clock, we're hoping that you are informed about how you can pick up your water filter free of charge if your home is eligible, how you can get the free water filter cartridges, replacement cartridges, how you'll learn about the lead service line replacement program, and also how you can sign up to be a part of Newark People's Assembly. Again, my name is Andrea Mason, and I serve as the Senior Manager of Newark People's Assembly. And at this time, we'll hear from Mayor Baraka.
Good evening. I just want to thank all of the listeners and residents for tuning in to get the information. It's very important information. Kareem already, the director, talked about the number of filters we distributed, the filter replacement cartridges, how to get those, and more importantly, the lead service replacement program that you should become a part of immediately. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about the corrosion control and what that means and how long that's going to take. So tune in, and hopefully we can answer your questions this evening.
So I already have a question from Facebook, it looks like. Someone received a letter saying her lead levels are above the allowed levels. What can she do to rectify the problem other than using the filter? That's for Director Deem.
So first, we should make sure she's using the filter and she got her replacement cartridges. Next, she should sign up for the lead service line replacement program, right? So we can put her on the list in one of these coming phases to get the lead service line replaced. Pretty soon, within the next 2.5 to 3 weeks, the city will be introducing its new corrosion inhibitor. That would also be another added layer of protection. But immediately, put your filter on, make sure you're using your filter if you're eligible for one, and pick it up.
And I received a call actually while I was still in the office today, and I promised the caller that I would ask it online. She wanted to know, she hasn't received any information about the replacement, lead service line replacement. She's already filled out the application, but since she's not in phase 1, she wanted to know exactly how long it'll take before they start doing the other phases.
So phase 2 should be starting between August and September. We're still gathering the data up for all the people that signed up. We're looking for August and September to get that phase started in phase 2. So we'll be, as soon as we sure about the amount of people that's in phase 2 and the locations, we'll be mailing out those notices.
And I'm going to keep on reminding people or informing you, if you are just tuning in and you want to ask a question, please dial 855-756-7520, extension 46958#. It also would be very beneficial if you have a pen and a paper, because we'll probably be giving out some useful information. And I know we may be talking a little quickly, so we'll try to repeat as often as we can. But if you can jot down the information, it'll be helpful to you and also us. So again, the number is 855-756-7520, extension 46958#. The next question is coming in, and it's incomplete. So I'll just ask a general question to Director Adeem. What areas of the city are impacted by lead service lines?
Well, the entire city, all 5 wards have lead service lines. So that's why we're asking everyone throughout the city that has a lead service line to sign up for the lead service line replacement. The city has currently identified about 15,000 homes that have a lead service line throughout the 5 wards. So we're asking everybody to go on to NorkLeadServiceLine.com and sign up to have your lead service line replaced for a very minimum fee. The city doesn't own the lead service lines that comes off the water mains, but the city and the state has rolled out a program with funding that the homeowner would normally pay $6,000 to $10,000 to have that lead service line replaced. But if you sign up for the program and what phase you get in, you're not to exceed $1,000 if you sign up for the program. So it's citywide.
Right. So that's truly a savings that we're encouraging our residents to participate in. Excellent. And the next general question, how do I find out if I have a lead service line? That's also for you.
So, yes, you can go on NorkLeadServiceLine.com, NorkLeadServiceLine.com, and you can type in your address, and you can look up and see if you have a lead service line. Or you can call the city's water department at 973-733-6303, 973-733-6303, and request for a free inspection. Well, an inspector will come out. It's about a 5 to 10 minute inspection and verify if you have a lead service line that's coming into your property at the meter.
And now I just want to remind those viewing, we are also, if you're on Facebook, we're also live on FiOS Channel 28 and Altice Channel 78. And if you're tuning in on Altice or FiOS, we're also on Facebook Live. So the next question in from Ms. Bell. As a tenant, how long does your landlord have to complete the lead pipe replacement? So go ahead.
So as a tenant, you notified your landlord. He may or may have not signed up already. It's a good thing that you may want to ask him if he signed up, and follow up with us to encourage you to engage your landlord in ensuring that he signed up. Phase 1 has already started, so if you haven't seen us out there at your address yet, starting, he may not be in phase 1, but we're encouraging people to sign up. We did groundbreaking maybe last week, and as we in 4 to 5 wards, and we had people signing up on the spot. So I think people are actually starting to see that the program has started and that we're actually doing work. Now more people are signing up. You know,
So I think it's important to say that the landlord does not have to sign the document for lead service replacement line. It's important for tenants to know that because the city can't force or mandate that he actually replaces his lead service line. There's no legal right that we have, the state, because it's private property, the lead service line belongs to the homeowner. The city is putting together a program to help you change your lead service line. So it's important to have the conversation with the landlord and let them know that, you know, you want this lead service line replaced and they ought to sign up and get it done.
Thank you, Mayor Baraka. We have a question in from Facebook. Will there be a waiting list available to the people who have registered to give us an idea of when we will be called?
so if you registered for phase 1, we sent out 1,500 notices maybe like a month ago. And currently, at that time, we only had about 2,000 people that registered. So 1,500 of them went into phase 1, and that was maybe a month ago. As of Monday, it's about, for the new phase, taking away the 1,500, it's about 800 people that have signed up remaining. So those 800 people are the ones that's currently going into phase 2. And like I was saying earlier to another caller, by August or September, we'll be rolling out phase 2. So prior to that, we'll send out notices letting you know that you're accepted into phase 2 and we're looking to do the construction. So the current waiting list is only right now for phase 2 because phase 2 hasn't filled up yet. So we're encouraging people to currently sign up because phase 2 hasn't reached the 1,500 that's needed to go into that phase.
And you said it's currently about 800 people on the list to be a part of phase 2 thus far.
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Deborah is calling, this is a call that has come in. How much would she have to pay to have her lead service line replaced? Does she need to return to City Hall's water department to request lead service line replacement?
So if Ms. Deborah has already signed up, she's filled out the application on NorthLeadServiceLine.com, or she filled out the application, we went door to door, and she's currently in phase 1 or 2. We won't know their total cost until after the phase is over, but we know it won't exceed $1,000. So if she's already filled out the application and she's in phase 1, she's notified. If she's in phase 2 wouldn't start. However, you won't have to pay until the phase is over. Once your phase is complete, we'll send you a notice of how much you are going to pay, and you break it up over 1 year in 4 installments.
Nice.
All right. So if it's and it won't exceed $1,000
So at most $250 every quarter.
at most.
And that would be added to the water bill?
No, you have a special bill that comes out to let you know that this is only for your lead service line replacement.
Understood. And I hope that's answered Mrs. Du Bois's, Ms. Bell, and Ms. Deborah's questions thus far. Now, Ann has a question. She's one of the callers. She states, Inspector confirms that I have a copper pipe. Do I need to be worried about lead service line replacement?
No, ma'am. So a copper pipe, you don't have to be worried about lead service line replacement. We identified that your pipe is coming in as copper, so you wouldn't need to replace your copper pipe.
And I'd like to, at this time, just remind people, if you're just joining in, you're tuning into the Tele Town Hall meeting with, Acting Director Karima Deem of Water and Sewer Utilities, Mayor Baraka, and myself, Andrea Mason, Senior Manager of Newark People's Assembly. And we are discussing the lead service lines, how to pick up your free how to pick up your free water filters, your replacement cartridges, and also how to learn about the lead service line replacement program that just rolled out within the last couple of weeks. So the next question. There's not one on the screen. So, Director Adeem, Can you just repeat how, what areas are affected and how one can go about picking up a water filter if they haven't already?
So the areas affected for pick up a water filter would be the west, the entire west ward, parts of the north, south, and central, right? The entire west ward, parts of the north, south, and central. If you want to pick up a filter, you can pick it up at the health department, 110 William Street, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 8:30 and 4:30, Monday through Friday. The water department at 239 Central Avenue, between the hours of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. The recreation centers, Bo Porter on Lyons Avenue, Baldwin Street Recreation Center on South Orange Avenue, JFK on West Kenny Street, Hayes West on Hayes Avenue,
Boyd.
Boyd Street, Hayes and Boyd, and the Vince Lombardi Center at 201 Bloomfield Avenue. And you can pick your filter up from over there from Tuesday through Friday, from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on Saturdays, at all those locations, you can pick it up from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
You can pick up your replacement cartridge for your one-click faucet mouth filter or your replacement cartridges for your pitcher, water pitcher.
So I received a question actually a couple weeks ago about lead affecting pets. Should we be giving our pets bottled water or the filtered water, or is it okay for them to drink the faucet water?
If you got a filter, I would give them the filtered water. And if you got bottled water, you have the option to give them the bottled water.
Oh, I've been giving my cats sink water, but I still drink the sink water. Hope I'm okay. All right, the next question comes from Mr. Brown. When will phase 1 begin, and will he be notified when it starts?
Yes, phase 1 has currently started about a week ago. We notified the 1,500 people that's in phase 1 that was accepted at that time of the 1,800 residents that registered. So if Mr. Brown wasn't notified already, about a month ago, we did a mailing. A big yellow envelope came to you letting you know you was in the phase. So if he wasn't accepted in phase 1, he's probably going to be in phase 2. And phase 2 is not looking to start until August or September.
Thank you. And Ms. Wilson asks, should I get a filter if my home has been confirmed to be safe? She wants to make sure.
If your home is confirmed to be safe, meaning you don't have a lead service line, lead plumbing, you had a test, no.
And Ms. Marie asks, if you filled out an application online, how will you know if you're on the waiting list? How will we get that confirmation?
If you're on a waiting list for phase 2, we do a mailing. Once we had the 1,500 people, if you're currently in phase 1 and you did receive the letter, our contractors are calling you for the contact information you left on the form when you filled out or your email address. We're contacting you to schedule an appointment for us to come out and do a quick assessment with your house and give you a time frame which days we're going to be working on your block in your area. It takes about 4 hours for us to put a lead service in. Minimum of 4 hours if someone needs to be home.
Listening to these questions, I think we should figure out a way to give a confirmation to people that we've received your application, at least. So, I think that's
Sure.
Yeah, you can figure that out.
I've also been getting a couple questions in the past regarding, I lost my train of thought. I apologize. I'll get back to that. Some Facebook questions popped up from Yolanda. She asked, how can I get my line replaced?
Well, first, Yolanda, you need to, if you have a lead service line, you need to sign up on leadserviceline.com and fill out the application and send it back to us so you can have your lead service line replaced. So you need to fill out the form that you want to be in the program first. And phase 2, like I said, it was 800 people that was in phase 2
Right.
as as of like a week ago or Monday. So it's about 700 slots left for phase 2 that we're looking to start in August or September. So that's third quarter, sometime in the third quarter. And if you fill that form out, we'll contact you and let you know. The mayor made a good point. We did start sending emails back to people that left an email address for us to contact them. Now we're looking to do people that left cell phones. We're looking to text you back that we received your application. So we're still wrestling with other ways to continue contacting people to let them know that we received the application.
Appreciate that. Another Facebook question in from John. He lives in the East Ward. Does he need a water filter?
Currently, John, the East Ward is not affected by the current corrosion inhibitor that's no longer effective in parts of the north, south, and central, and entire west. So the East Ward is not affected. And if you had a test, we came out and offered the free test to ensure you that your corrosion inhibitor is working. You don't need a filter. If you wanted that free test, you can reach out to the Water Department at 973-733-6303. 973-733-6303. But if John has a lead service line, he needs to sign up for the lead service line replacement program.
Absolutely. And Ann has another question. She asks, after they've been replaced, so after the lead service lines have been replaced, will there be testing available to ensure that there's no longer lead present?
Yes. So after your lead service line is replaced, it's a little protocol that you'll follow for the next 30 days, right? And the city will come out later on and still conduct routine tests on your lead service line.
And Facebook question from Anika. Will landlords compel their renters to pay for any or all of the lead service line replacement costs?
Well, the landlord in Newark, we have a rent control ordinance. The landlord cannot arbitrarily raise your rent without making substantial improvements to the property itself. Repairs are not considered substantial improvements to the property. If you believe that your rent is being raised arbitrarily or without any merit, then you should contact the rent control office at City Hall. Fixing your lead service line, repairing stuff in your house, painting, things like that are not substantial repairs or changes to your unit.
Thank you. And Onika also wanted us to repeat the website. So the website is www.norcledserviceline.com. And that's how you can get information about filters, replacement cartridges, and also the lead service line replacement program. www.norcledserviceline.com. And if you're just joining us and have a question about lead service line replacement, how to get a water filter or a replacement cartridge, you can dial 855-756-7520, extension 46958 pound. And the next question from Facebook comes from Tony. He asks, when will the water in the affected areas be safe to drink again?
So, Tony, currently the water in the affected areas, the corrosion inhibitor is still on target to be being implemented within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And we'll be monitoring that process extremely. It takes about 6 to 8 months to optimize for the entire city to start optimizing where the lead may stop leaching. However, once it starts being introduced into the system, we'll be doing routine testing. We'll be doing routine monitoring to let the public know that the corrosion inhibitor is currently working and return back to normal. However, if you have a filter or you didn't pick up your filter, you should. And you should be mindful of everyone that when that red light comes on, it's time to replace your filter, or when it go over 100 gallons. In the picture, when the red light come on, it's time to replace that filter too. We should, and I want people to pay attention to the instructions of not using hot water when they're using the faucet mouth filter or the water pitcher. You may damage the filter. It may not be working effectively. And just remind people that if you haven't come and picked up that replacement, we're aggressively out there door to door, but we're constantly missing people, residents that we're targeting to give you your replacement cartridge. We want you to come out to one of the recreation centers. In the South Ward is at Bo Porter on Lyons Avenue, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. We want you to come pick up your replacement cartridge if you missed us when we're coming out door to door. If you're in the West Ward, it's at the Ballin Street Recreation Center, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., or Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're in the North Ward, on Bloomfield Avenue at the Lombardi Center, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., or on Saturdays, it's 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're in Essential Ward, it's the JFK Recreation Center on West Kenny Street, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., or the Hayes West
Center of Hope.
Center of Hope on Boyd Street, Tuesdays through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., or Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Department of Health, 110 William Street, right? 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., Monday through Friday.
4:30.
4:30 p.m. The 110 William Street, the Department of Health, right? 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. The 239 Central Avenue, Department of Water and Sewer, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm just emphasizing this because we're going out door to door. We don't exceed it. We over 25,000 man hours going door to door, but there's still some people that we're not reaching. For some reason, the times that we come out, every day we pick up more people to give them those replacement cartridges that didn't get them during the first couple of weeks that we were out, giving out the filters, and we just want to make sure that they know that the replacement cartridge is there for them to pick up, right, if we're not able to reach them as we come door to door. And it's important that they come and get the replacement cartridge.
Now, there's a lot of questions in the queue now, which is awesome. And I remember what my question was. So the last couple weeks, I've been getting the question about why aren't buildings affected by lead service lines?
So most large buildings don't have a lead service line. A lead service line is typically the size of a 50-cent piece down to the size of a quarter. So a large building like 440 Washington Street, 555 Elizabeth Avenue, 515 Elizabeth Avenue, 555 Mount Prospect, 515 Mount Prospect, 10 Hill Street, 15 Hill Street, 180 South Orange Avenue, 160 South Orange Avenue. Those are large buildings. 5 Manor Drive, 25 Manor Drive, that has large diameter pipes. It's made of ductile iron, right, or cast iron. So the lead service lines you only find in 2 and 3 family homes, right? As the more residents live in a multi-unit building, a larger building, it requires more water, more volume of water to get in. That small, flexible lead pipe wouldn't provide the water that's needed to get up to all the top floors. So you need a bigger pipe, and it's made out of cast iron or ductile iron. It wouldn't be that small little pipe.
Understand. Thank you so much for clarifying that. So Deborah asks from Facebook, what is a corrosion control?
So corrosion control in the EPA in the early 1990s required, and EPA is the Environmental Protection Agency, the Federal Environmental Protection Agency, found out they banned lead in 1986, and around 1990, they started asking systems that they knew lead was going to be a problem, water purveyors, to try to find a way to combat lead leaching into the water from lead pipes or lead cider. So systems explored ways where they can prevent lead. So in Newark, we had a study, and it was conducted in 1994. It was approved. We went with a sodium silicate and it provides, the corrosion control provides a layer, a coating, right? It's like a liner inside the lead pipe that prevents lead from falling off or flaking off into the water. So it's a liner. Just think of it as a liner that goes through a pipe.
Thank you. And Rhonda asks, a year ago the city did something with the pipes on James Street. Is this the same thing?
No. So on James Street a year ago, we did cleaning and relining to the city's water main. So we came out to areas that we were rehabilitating the city's water main, not the lead pipes, but the city's water main that supplies water on James Street and Exeter Street, all those little blocks around there. So we were just, putting a cement line to prevent the pipe, giving the pipe some more structural integrity.
Okay.
That's what we were doing.
And Roberto on Facebook asks, will the city be releasing a schedule as to when homeowners can expect the repairs to take place?
So if you've already signed up, in the last month, we've been aggressively contacting the 1,500 people that's in phase 1 to try to schedule time when they're going to be available for us to come in and replace their lead service line. So if you're in phase 1, our contractors, as well as some of the city employees, are contacting homeowners by their by their phone or email account that they left on the form when they registered, to let you know that we're in your area. We're looking to come in and do an inspection and schedule a time frame for when we can replace your pipe. We don't want to be on Ellery Avenue, and we know we have 30 people that signed up. We want to try to get all those 30 people the time that we're on Ellery, right? And
So you're not back and forth.
back and forth. So
Understood.
we can get the most out of it, get more services done that day. So we're aggressively contacting you. So if our contractors are knocking on doors, we're placing phone calls, and the city is going out knocking on doors. Just trying to get people to know that the contractors are legit. They all have ID, right?
Which is
and we know their
important,
name.
Yes, thank you. Quite a few questions coming in. Natisha asks, how long are these filters supposed to work? And are you supplying, so we, the city, supplying water to schools, daycares, and senior citizen buildings?
So one,
Senior citizens.
if you picked up a filter, you got to pay attention to the instructions. If you're using it properly and you're paying attention to the instructions, you're not boiling water, you're not using it to wash dishes, you're just using it for cooking and drinking, right? And the other times you're using the filter, you either
Click it off.
click it off, where it's just trickling water, if you want to wash the counter down or wash the dishes, or you're using water to mop or clean, or you remove the filter. If you're using it properly, it should last about 3 months. Or when you see that red light blinking, it's telling you it's time to change. If you're using a pitcher, the same thing. Paying attention to the instructions, not using the hot water, following instructions detail by detail, and you see that red light, it's time to change and put the replacement cartridge in. No, we're not supplying water to the senior citizen buildings, the
Daycare centers
daycare
or the
centers
schools.
or the schools. Most of
Yeah, go ahead.
most of those the schools had a situation in 2016, and it was kind of resolved. They went away from those water fountains or those sinks that was having a lead problem. Those large buildings, again, I just spoke on, they don't have lead pipes. They have a large diameter pipe, right, that doesn't contain lead. In the daycare centers, they're required to do independent testing, right, by the Department of Education, right, and they had to follow strict rules themselves.
And you just actually answered this question, but Constance asked, what about smaller buildings, 5 floors?
So smaller buildings, again, if you have a lead service line, and we came out, you can call for us to come out. We'll inspect to let you know if you have a lead service line. If you have a lead service line on some of those small buildings, I'm assuming if it's larger than 4 stories, she probably
said
don't
right.
have one.
She said
When
right.
when we say smaller buildings, we're talking about the little mom and pop storefront with one unit that may be on top, that may be serviced by a lead service line. Larger buildings is a bigger diameter pipe.
And Constance asks another question. Is there a number that residents can call? The number listed in the Department of Water is not getting residents through to request water filters or refills.
So if you're looking to get your lead service line inspected, or you're looking to call to have a inspection schedule, you can call 973-733-6303, 973-733-6303. Or you can email us, Constant, at water and sewer, one word, water and sewer, at ci.norc.nj.us. And at times, Constance, the water department may be receiving a high volume of calls,
Right.
right? And that way interfere with you processing your call, or don't get frustrated. Just, hang in there. Or you can reach us at the 973-733-3654.
Want to just say thank you again for those individuals tuning in on the phone, watching us on Fios or Altice, or also on Facebook Live. We definitely appreciate you tuning in and getting this valuable information. So these questions are actually flowing in now. Linda asked, she's a caller, what is phase 1 and phase 2?
So, for Linda and everyone else, the city has rolled out a program in last May of 2018 to replace 15,000 lead service lines for homeowners for 1 to 3 family homes. We want to replace 15,000 lead service lines throughout the entire city in 10 phases over 8 years. So phase 1 rolled out, where we did a ribbon cutting in 4 to 5 wards about a week ago. For the first 1,500 people that signed up, that's phase 1. We've aggressively started replacing lines. So we're replacing lines every day. Phase 2 would be the next 1,500 people that sign up, right? It's a 10-phase program to get rid of 15,000 lead service lines, right, over the next 8 years. So phase 2 currently has about 800 people that signed up. It's about 700 more slots to be filled so we can replace more lead service lines.
And Miss Wilson on the phone is asking, is it the line leading into the home with the lead?
Yes, Ms. Wilson, it's the line that's leading into the home that comes to your meter that's we're looking to replace at reduced cost with this program.
And Joanne on the call asked, if they're doing construction and your line is already updated to copper, how will contractors know not to come to your home?
So if they're doing construction and you signed up for the lead service program, or if you didn't, we wouldn't just replace your line because it's copper. We still do an inspection before we start any work, whether you signed up or not. We come and do a visual inspection again. So checks and balances. We do a visual inspection again at your meter to verify that you have a copper line coming in. And we had that on Key Avenue the other day. 2 of the 3 people that we were out there had a copper line that at one time they signed up for the lead service replacement. So we don't just start working without your permission and to get your consent. You still have to sign another form giving the contractor right of entry to come in and start working on your property. So that's the main step.
And Vicky asked, what if you are on a fixed income and is there a program to help pay for the replacement of the pipe?
If you're a homeowner and you're on a fixed income, again, the city is letting you have up to 1 year to pay over 4 installments to pay your for your lead service line replacement. And again, not to exceed $1,000. Depending on how much we replace or what's replaced, you can be less than the $250 that we say in the 4 installments. So we're working with residents too.
So I think it's important that folks know that the lead service replacement line, generally without the city and the state's intervention, would be anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000. Because we initiated this program, it's going to cost you no more than $1,000, probably less than $1,000 over a period of a year. We have been working aggressively to make sure that we get as many people signed up for the lead replacement line as possible. So if you're under the sound of my voice, you need to make sure that one, you call the water department, actually get your pipes tested, see if it's copper or lead. Immediately sign up for the lead replacement line if you indeed have a lead service line. or get on NewarkLeadServiceLines.com and figure it out if you have that or not, and sign up immediately. We have distributed more than 30,000 filters in the city. We need you to call and continue or go to the sites that were mentioned, and we're going to be mentioned again, for you to pick up your own water filter and replacement cartridges as well. We're going to continue doing that. We're going to do that for up to a year or so. This would be an ample enough time for our corrosion control inhibitor to start working. Prayerfully, our lead service line replacement will be well underway by then. But that lead replacement line program is going to take several years. But, the corrosion control inhibitor should be working by then. And we have enough filters to replace, to give you, cartridges, to replace in your filter, so that the filter or so your filter can work for at least a year. So you should not fret. You should come get your filter immediately. You should come get your replacement cartridge if you need it immediately, or contact the Water Department 733-6303 and make sure that you are on board for getting a filter, getting a replacement cartridge, getting your lead service line replaced, getting your water tested, or getting your pipe tested to see if it's indeed lead or copper.
Thanks, Mayor Baraka, for joining us. We understand your busy schedule, so thank you for your time.
So, Andre, I just want to explain to the residents out there, the homeowners, the importance of signing up for the lead service line replacement program. I know when we was going door to door or at the distribution centers, we're handing out that white piece of paper to tell you to sign up to have your lead service line replaced, because we need your permission. The city can't just go in and replace your lead service line. We need to get permission from the owners of those properties, so we can come in to replace your lead service line. But permission is you submitting that slip back, right? Whether you're submitting it back to us online or you mailing it back. So that lets us know that you want to join the program. And then when we start construction and when you accept it in whatever phase, we get the final permission is when you sign off on the letter for consent for us to enter your property and replace the line on your property. So I want to just make sure that residents understand this. You can go on to NewarkLeadServiceLine.com, NewarkLeadServiceLine.com, and fill out the application for you to join, to have your lead service line replaced. You can call the Water Department at 973-733-6303, and we can have somebody mail out a form to you if you can't get on the internet, or you can go to any one of the distribution centers if you're picking up your replacement cartridge or your filter, and you can get an application and sign it up and send it back,
Yes.
or the health department. So it's very important. And we're still doing free water testing, right, and free lead service line inspection.
Absolutely. And just to clarify, a renter is not able to fill out that lead service line replacement application. It has to be the homeowner?
Yes. So we need the homeowner's consent. We don't want the residents filling out for the homeowner, because
Right.
at the end of the day, when we actually come, you can fill it out for the homeowner, but when we actually come to start doing the work, we need the homeowner, right, who's the homeowner on record, to fill out that form and give us the final consent to get into the property.
So now we're winding down, just a few minutes left. I'm going to try to get through. We have about 5 questions and about 7 minutes. So we don't want to, rush anybody's answer. But I'm going to try to get through these questions for whatever reason. If your question is not answered, please call that number that we keep mentioning, 973-733-6303, and someone from the Water Department will be able to answer it directly when you call. So the next question from Greta is, am I considered to be a part of Phase 1 if I had an inspection and was found to have elevated levels of lead in my drinking water?
No, you're considered to be a part of Phase 1 if you signed up and participated, saying you want to participate in the lead service line program. and you were part of the first 1,500 that got into phase one.
Right, so she would have received that
She would have
package
received the package.
already.
For Greta, if you did sign up and you received the package, that means you can reach out to the water department at water and sewer at ci.newark.nj.us. One word, Newark Water and Sewer. Or you can call the water department at 973-733-6303 and see if you were in that phase. However, if Greta didn't, she need to fill out the form and get it back to us so she can get in phase two. And pick up your water filter or your water
Replacement cartridge.
replacement cartridge.
I'm finishing your
Thank you.
sentences now.
Thank you.
I've been doing this a little while, so that's kind of cool. So at the end, I'm going to repeat all of the numbers and the websites, but I just want to try to get through the last few questions. Joanne asks, can I still have my line replaced if there's already a copper line in my home?
So if there's already a copper line coming into your meter from outside, you need to replace it. If it's already a copper line coming into your meter from the outside, you don't need your line replaced. Only if you have a lead service line coming in to your meter.
Right,
You need
so
your
that's
line
from the street.
From the street to the meter.
Absolutely. And a Facebook question, are restaurants affected?
No, restaurants that don't have a lead service line are not affected.
Okay.
So
And it's the onus is on the owners of those private
right,
entities?
he owns the private the owners of those properties own those the line that feeds their property. If you're not sure if you have a lead service line that feeds your restaurant, you can contact the city at 973-733-6303. 973-733-6303 to request for a free lead service line inspection.
Deidre asked on Facebook, the filter does not fit my sink. What can I do?
So if the filter don't fit your sink, you can return the filter over to the Department of Water and Sewer at 239 Central Avenue between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday. We open 7 days a week, and bring a picture of your sink faucet, your kitchen sink faucet, so we can match up the proper filter that you may need,
Absolutely.
right, to use. And again,
Or they
we're
may
open-
need the pitcher.
Right. So, and if you have the gooseneck or the snake head or one of those fancy type of sinks,
Right.
that filter wouldn't fit.
Okay.
You probably would need a picture, and you probably would need to return the filter and bring a picture, a photocopy of your sink faucet head that you have.
So in order to get a picture, they have to prove that their sink doesn't allow for the regular filter.
Right.
Got
I
it.
know the pictures look nice, but we want to give them to the people that really need them.
Absolutely. And, wow, a few more, winding down on time. When will payment be due for the lead line replacement? And will there be an option for a payment plan?
So, phase one has started like a week or two ago. So
about
we're
2
in
weeks
March.
ago.
So next March, hopefully phase one is a 1 year phase. Takes 1 year. We may complete it early. So a year from now, you'll receive a bill, right? And you'll have a year from the time you receive the bill to pay it over in 4 installments.
Absolutely.
That's the payment plan. We're not not to exceed $1,000. So if you
at
get a
most,
$400 bill, you'll still have
four times to pay it.
12 months to pay it.
Got
the
it.
4 installment. If you receive $1,000 bill, you'll have 4 installments over 1 year to pay that bill.
All right. Patricia on Facebook asks, how long does it take to replace the lead lines to your home?
The minimum time for the contract to replace the lead service line is about 4 hours. So it can go anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, but the minimum we've been seeing lately on the lines that we replaced in the last 2 weeks is running about 3.5, 4 hours.
Okay, appreciate it. So at this time, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. That was the fastest hour. I wish we had an extra half an hour, but in respect of your time, because we did tell you 7 to 8, I'm just going to thank the mayor for joining us. Also, our professional water and sewer acting director, Karima Deem. And of course, you for tuning in, whether you are on the call, on Facebook Live, on watching via Altice, or on Fios. Thank you very much. I hope that you got a wealth of knowledge about the lead service line replacement program, how to get your filter and your replacement cartridges. And as I stated, if you need more information, please go online, norcledserviceline.com. You can also contact the water department at 973-733-6303. If you do need your replacement cartridges or a water filter, you can contact any of those recreation centers that were aforementioned. They're open during the week, Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 8 or 11:30 to 8, and also on Saturdays, 11:30 to 6. The health department is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, and water and sewer on Central Avenue, 239 Central Avenue, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
To 8 p.m.
Oh, darn. 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 to 8, 12 hours in the day. So I thank you so much for tuning in again, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.